You are on the channel Quotes of Great Men. Enjoy watching. The frankest and freest and privatest product of the human mind and heart is a love letter. The secret of success is making your vocation your vacation. If the metrics you are looking at aren't useful in optimizing your strategy, stop looking at them. After my marriage, she edited everything I wrote. And what is more, she not only edited my works, she edited me. Forget and forgive. This is not difficult when properly understood. When the time comes that a man has had his dinner, then the true man comes to the surface. I was seldom able to see an opportunity until it had ceased to be one. What a good thing Adam had. When he said a good thing, he knew nobody had said it before. But I reckon I got to light out for the territory ahead of theirest, because Aunt Sally, she's going to adopt me and civilize me, and I can't stand it. I've been there before. Barring that natural expression of villainy which we all have, the man looked honest enough. It is often the case that a man who can't tell a lie thinks he's the best judge of one. A photograph is a most important document, and there is nothing more damning to go down to posterity than a silly, foolish smile caught and fixed forever. An Englishman is a person who does things because they have been done before. An American is a person who does things because they haven't been done before. It is human to exaggerate the merits of the dead. Intellectual work is misnamed. It is a pleasure, a dissipation, and is its own highest reward. I think I can say, and say with pride, that we have some legislatures that bring higher prices than any in the world. Now, isn't imagination a precious thing? It peoples the earth with all manner of wonders. Don't part with your illusions. When they are gone, you may still exist, but you have ceased to live. When red-headed people are above a certain social grade, their hair is auburn. Let us make a special effort to stop communicating with each other, so we can have some conversation. There is no sadder sight than a young pessimist. Thousands of geniuses live and die undiscovered either by themselves or by others. Never be haughty to the humble, never be humble to the haughty. In order to make a man or boy covet a thing, it is only necessary to make the thing difficult to attain. The reason most people don't go to church is because they've already been. In all the ages, 3/4 of the support of the great charities has been conscience money. History has tried hard to teach us that we can't have good government under politicians. Now, to go and stick one at the very head of the government couldn't be wise. Prosperity is the surest breeder of insolence I know. A person that started in to carry a cat home by the tail was getting knowledge that was always going to be useful to him, and weren't ever going to grow dim or doubtful. Tea is an affront to lunch and an insult to dinner. In a museum in Havana, there are 2 skulls of Christopher Columbus, one when he was a boy and one when he was a man. A reputable lawyer will advise you to keep out of the law, make the best of a foolish bargain, and not get caught again. I wish Europe would let Russia annihilate Turkey a little, not much, but enough to make it difficult to find the place again without a divining rod or a diving bell. There's no humor in heaven. In early times, some sufferer had to sit up with a toothache, and he put in the time inventing the German language. When a man's dog turns against time, it is time for his wife to pack her trunk and go home to mama. I'm glad I did it, partly because it was worth it, but mostly because I shall never have to do it again. I prefer milk because I am a prohibitionist, but I do not go to it for inspiration. The difference between a miracle and a fact is exactly the difference between a mermaid and a seal. 8 grown Americans out of 10 dread the coming of the 4th, with its pandemonium and its perils, and they rejoice when it is gone if still alive. Don't tell fish stories where the people know you, but particularly, don't tell them where they know the fish. All my life I have been honest, comparatively honest. I could never use money I had not made honestly, I could only lend it. Armor is heavy, yet it is a proud burden, and a man standeth straight in it. Life is short, break the rules. The Christian's Bible is a drugstore. Its contents remain the same, but the medical practice changes. When a humorist ventures upon the grave concerns of life, he must do his job better than another man, or he works harm to his cause. Geological time is not money. You can't throw too much style into a miracle. He had the calm confidence of a Christian with 4 aces. The way it is now, the asylums can hold the sane people, but if we tried to shut up the insane, we should run out of building materials. It has always been a peculiarity of the human race that it keeps 2 sets of morals in stock: the private and the real, and the public and the artificial. I find that the further I go back, the better things were, whether they happened or not. The future interests me. I'm going to spend the rest of my life there. Half of the results of a good intentions are evil, half the results of an evil intention are good. If you watch to the end, I am very grateful to you. Watch also these videos.